Ladies and gentlemen, it's championship weekend, and I'm coming to you live from the Dalescenter. Your host, Dale Tanhart. What is up, motherfuckers? It is championship weekend. I'm coming to you live from the heart of America. Hope that little intro was, I try my best. I've been getting all the coughs out as much as possible, overdosing on cough syrup, cough drops, anything you can think of, doxycycline, all the antibiotics. Get rid of this horrendous cough that has plagued me for like the last week. That's what happens when you go get drunk in Nashville with 8 billion people. I might have COVID. I might not. I don't know. I'm not going to get tested, so I'm not going to be around anybody either, though, if you want to make it a moral issue. Regardless, thank you all for joining this mid-afternoon session of Dalescenter, episode number 18. I honestly cannot believe it's been 17 episodes, 17 weeks of this show, virtually half the season. Once I started kicking this thing off, I guess it was midsummer. Thank you all so much for joining once again. It's championship weekend, Phoenix, the finale. You have the Xfinity Truck Night in America tonight. Should have said that in reverse. You got trucks tonight, Xfinity tomorrow, and then Cup on Sunday. Bets all over the board. I feel like in some ways there is some enhanced value, and in some ways you have books. Right now, DraftKings is fucking us hard. You have no top threes. You have no top fives. They keep switching it up on how they're doing their championship picks. DraftKings really shit in the bed right now. Barstool Sportsbook doing an awesome job. Caesar Sportsbook doing an awesome job. And then FanDuel has just been FanDuel. BetMGM is basically unusable ever since they made that update to their app. It's a big fat piece of shit. But regardless, I suggest anybody to check out Barstool and Caesars because they got it going on right now on variety, on all sorts of diversified bets you can do for NASCAR championship weekend. I've been reading some comments. Good to see you guys. Everybody back here again. Super NASCAR fan. Good to see you. Hit the corner this time. Grant, good to see you. Get that bag one last time. Truck Night in America tonight, which we will be live streaming, by the way. Playback TV / Garage Guys. We'll send that link out at some point today in the Discord, on Twitter, Instagram. Come join us tonight for Truck Night in America. Going to be a hell of a time. Troy, just parlayed Avs first period over 1.5 with Gragson win plus 347. Hockey starts soon. I love first period overs. That's really the only thing I bet in hockey, so I respect that. Hammonds, what's up, my dude? He says he's in the lab cooking some meth and some parlays. What else could you be doing with your Friday afternoon, right? That is the best thing you could be possibly doing on Friday. And what a combination. NASCAR, parlays, and meth. That's what I want to see more of. Brian, airport delay. Perfect time for Dalescenter. Hey, hope you enjoy it and have a safe flight. Good to see you back. Chris, I don't want to wait till he hits the corner. What are we talking about? Hit the corner. Dale should hit the corner this time. What am I missing something? Hit the corner? The fuck are y'all talking about? I don't know. Scott, good to see you, the Broccoli Wad master himself. Sean, hey, I love you too, Sean. Thank you. Phil, good to see you, my friend. Hey, just trying to survive COVID-19 for like the 800th time. I'm just assuming. Troy says, I just took a COVID test. Feel like shit, but I'm still trucking. I love that. You guys are killing it already. Great start to the day. Yeah, Tanaka, good to see you. Crazy, it's been 17 weeks. Absolutely. It has been an absolute blast. And I want to try to find a way to continue a variation of this into the offseason. It won't be NASCAR bets, but it could be NASCAR betting related. I had the show idea earlier this year, Bankrupt Burnouts, that didn't get to see through for a variety of reasons. But the number one reason was just resources and production. But you could have Dalescenter talk about all the worst betting bad beats in NASCAR for the offseason. And we could cover football and do some other stuff too. So we're figuring that out right now. Love the comments, guys. Jonathan, good to see you. Let's get some bread. AZ Matty B. Majeski was super fast in practice last night. He was using all the track like a boss. Yeah, I'm going to get into that. His single lap time was very impressive. Averages, though, stick out to me with the KBM trucks. But Jonathan, the skit god, let's get the championship bag. And let's get right into it. We'll start with trucks. As you see, the odds are flowing on the bottom of your screen. I didn't include everybody because I was getting a little bit tired of writing all the names that have no virtual chance of winning. All odds are courtesy of Barstool Sportsbook. As I said, Barstool doing a good job this weekend with championship betting diversity. DraftKings really disappoints me right now. Really disappointing. Everything's going to be a little bit thrown off because for the first time all year, I think we have qualifying separated from practice, right? Like last night was truck practice. We don't get qualifying until tonight at like 5 o'clock my time. Cup, you have practice tonight at like 7 and then qualifying tomorrow. I wonder how the books are going to treat qualifying odds. I wonder how books are going to treat if they take the odds off the board for the whole night until you come back for qualifying the next day. It's an interesting dynamic there, and especially for qualifying bets. But as I said, odds all courtesy of Barstool Sportsbook. This is odds for the race winner. I'm not looking at just the championship odds because they all kind of suck. There's only one that I like, only one set that I like on one particular sportsbook, and I'll tell you about that here in a minute. But looking at odds flowing at the bottom of your screen, championship race winner odds. Chandler Smith plus 300, Ty Majeski plus 350. And I think I wrote these last night. Remember, I canceled Dalescenter last night, as many of you know, just to try to get my voice back to full capacity. I think these lines have moved. At least on DraftKings or Caesars, Ty Majeski is now the favorite after a strong practice session. On Barstool Sportsbook, still pretty much the same. Chandler Smith is still plus 300. I'm looking at it right now. Ty Majeski is moved from plus 350 to plus 325. No big deal. And you got Zane Smith at 4-1. John Hunter Nemechek at 4.5-1. I think has the best truck in the field based on lap averages. I know we didn't get a 10-lap run from Zane Smith. We didn't get a lot of long runs from these guys. A lot of laps were turned, but not a lot of just consecutive laps turned. But from the data that I saw, John Hunter Nemechek looked really fast. Don't forget, it's KBM, Kyle Busch Motorsports' final race in the Toyota manufacturer. They have nothing to lose. They got, well, I say that. Chandler Smith's out going for a championship, but John Hunter Nemechek, nothing to lose. Corey Heim, nothing to lose. These guys are going to have fast trucks, and twice in this format, we have seen the guy that wins the championship not win the race. Happened with Matt Crafton at Homestead a few years back. I think that was 2019. And then last year, Ben Rhodes did not win the race. He did win the championship just by finishing, I think he finished fourth or fifth, and Chandler Smith won that race. So considering that, Trucks, I think, has the best chance of a championship for driver not winning the race. So I think you have to consider guys like John Hunter Nemechek, Corey Heim. I'm looking at even someone like Taylor Gray or Lane Riggs at 50-1, which I think Lane opened up at 100-1. Lane Riggs has been really impressive in that Stuart Friesen-owned truck. The number 62 has had speed. If his pit crew just gives him mediocre pit stops at best, just asking for some mediocre pit stops, Lane Riggs could be a huge factor in getting a top 5 finish and even contending for a win. Stuart Friesen's been really good at Phoenix over his career. They bring good trucks out here. So I like Lane Riggs off the bat if you can find him. I think Caesars right now, I looked about 20 minutes ago, Caesars has Lane Riggs at 75-1 to win. So consider that when you look at other books, dropping them down to around the 50-1 mark. But when you look at all these odds, some people have asked me about Carson Hocevar around plus 3,000. I just think they've kind of, Nice is just, they're not bringing the worst trucks ever, but they're not bringing winning trucks anymore like they were early, mid-season. They just kind of lost their mojo, I feel like. I've had some questions about Christian Eckes. Didn't like what I saw in practice out of Christian Eckes in that 98 team. Ultimately, right now, I think just plain, simple, straight cut forward. Any other way I could say that doesn't make any sense. John Hunter Nemechek plus 450, you got to jump on that. That's just my opinion. I don't really see any other value at this moment. Looking at Chandler Smith, Ty Majeski, I think the best course of action, if you want to take a championship winner, let's do some parlays. Let's parlay the trucks with Xfinity and Cup, even Xfinity trucks. You can do that on Barstool Sportsbook. I've tested it. Barstool Sportsbook is allowing it. We can't do it on DraftKings right now because they're all fucked up on how they're doing their odds, their championship odds. So basically, I like Taylor Gray, Lane Riggs as some underdog bets potentially. And then I think Majeski's going to be really fast. I think Chandler Smith's going to be fast. But if you want to look at a value standpoint, John Hunter Nemechek, nothing to lose. Remember last year, I think they blew a tire. They were in the championship they blew a tire or something early in the race, got caught 3 laps down, made all the laps back, and still could not win the championship. They still had a super fast truck here when that happened. So I like John Hunter Nemechek off the bat as much as it pains me. I think he's going to go out there and he's going to get the pole and probably lead most of the laps on tonight. Truck Night in America. Let's look at some comments. Joe, good to see you. Hope you feel better, my friend. Yeah, it's that season. You know, winter's coming. Man, I've been trying not to cough. I've held that one in for a minute. Changing of the seasons, man. Changing of the seasons. Troy says Majeski's crew chief was on Sirius XM a couple days ago, talked about their setup, and he loved it and have been preparing for a while. Yeah, and when you look at the short track data through 2022, Ty Majeski was amazing at IRP. If he had just saved some tire, probably could have outdueled Grant Enfinger, even though a caution did come out late. Anyway, he was amazing at IRP. He was really good at Richmond. He won Bristol. So when you look at some of the short tracks that are comparable to what we're going to have tonight, which Phoenix, not considered a short track, but we all know Phoenix races like a short track. It has a lot of short track characteristics. I think Ty Majeski, if you want to pick 2 guys to win the race, I'd probably go Ty and John Hunter, honestly. I want Chandler Smith to win. He's been so profitable for me in 2022. But Ty Majeski's got the hot hand. Everybody else has kind of limped into this Final Four. Ty Majeski has been blazing fast everywhere. Jonathan asks, what happened to Hocevar? He was so good to start the season. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. After he got hurt, or really after Charlotte, when that race, he was leading with 2 to go by like 8 seconds and the caution came out. That race completely changed his season. And then he got hurt, came back, just wasn't the same. And I think they got a P2 a few weeks ago, but it was purely based on fuel mileage at Kansas. But yeah, they just haven't been great. Troy says, I don't want to bet JH and don't make me do it, Dale. I feel you. He's been very painful. Kraus 100 to 1. Kraus just has not proven he can do it. He just has not proven he can win a race. I don't know what's missing there because his trucks are really fast. And you add in that they went to a backup truck. I don't see it. But at 100 to 1 for the kind of truck that he's in, a sprinkle wouldn't hurt. Hammond says, I'm on C. Smith to win the championship and John Hunter and Taylor Gray to win outright. I don't mind that. I think Chandler Smith's going to be really good. I think his long run speed is going to be there close with the likes of John Hunter and Ty Majeski. Jonathan Slaughter says, Nemechek, lock city. I don't hate it. It's always that conflicting thing. Like, remember, if you watched Dalescenter last week, which, by the way, Ty Gibbs, walking on water, the Jesus Cup Series champion himself, he gets his own spot on the wall now. I talked about last week on the show, my number one play was Ty Gibbs everything. It was Ty Gibbs over Gragson. It was Ty Gibbs to win. I told you guys last week he was going to go out there and he was going to kick some ass at Martinsville. And look, I'm not a fan of how he did it, but the prediction was right. And as much as I hated betting on Ty Gibbs, I told you guys, got to get away from the emotions and fucking go where the money's at. And Ty Gibbs last week was where the money was at. I'm getting that feeling with John Hunter Nemechek this weekend tonight at Phoenix. So that's kind of, you want some supporting evidence for going against the emotion, going against the hatred, because I know a lot of people don't like John Hunter. I'm not his biggest fan. After he won at Kansas, I was mad, and I think I called him a pussy. He's not a pussy, but I think he's going to win tonight. There you go. That's it. I don't think John Hunter is the biggest pussy ever. Front Row Joe, his dad, is certainly not a pussy. So, yeah, consider that. John Hunter, we're going to do hashtag not a pussy if he wins. If he wins tonight. Hashtag not a pussy. I want to see those. Craig, good to see you. He says, Friesen to win Group E at Caesars over Eckes, Infinger, and Hocevar. What's the number there? I was looking at some group matchups at Caesars. There's a few compelling ones out there. Give me the number on that one, Craig. That's what I'm interested in, is the number. But I don't hate that. I think he should be the favorite to outrun all those guys. But yeah, Truck Night in America is going to be a blast. Remember, playback TV / Garage Guys. We're going to be live streaming the race. You can join, and on your browser, on your laptop, even on your phone, you can watch the race with our commentary. It's like a dream that the Garage Guys have always wanted. Like, we want to be on the networks, but this is a good start. It's a state-of-the-art application that I've never seen before, where you are allowed. They have the licenses from like YouTube TV, Hulu Sports, all the networks to be able to live stream the show and have you, as in me and Chase, the Garage Guys, in a little bubble commentating the race. And you guys get to watch it with us and hang out. It's a really cool thing. As I said, I'll have the links out for that. We're going to be live streaming all 3 races this weekend. So keep an eye out on Twitter, Instagram, my handle, Chase's handle, and Garage Guys FS for that. Let's move into some trucks. There it is. Hashtag not a pussy if he wins. Craig says Friesen is plus 220 to win that group. Yeah, I like that. Friesen is really good here. Stuart Friesen is really, really good at Phoenix if you look at the data over the years. Let's move into Xfinity. I think this will be the toughest race to predict. I think this will be the toughest race to handicap or whatever. I don't know. I'm Noah Gragson's like really fucking confident. Noah Gragson's going into his press conferences talking all this shit about Ty Gibbs. He's laughing around and saying he doesn't like him, and 3.5 men comment. Ben Rhodes says he's walking on water. The walking on water Jesus Cup Series champion Ty Gibbs. That's where he's going to be for probably for a while. I think in the offseason, I'm just going to leave that there because I really like that. Really like that logo. I think I did a good job with it. But Noah Gragson is plus 175 to win this race. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. He did win Phoenix earlier this year. He's been the head honcho in the Xfinity Series. But this Final Four is unbelievably worthy. All 4 of these guys have a great chance to win this race. And for a value perspective, if you want to look, Justin Allgaier, I think on Caesars is plus 375 to win the championship. Look at Justin Allgaier's resume at Phoenix and then get back to me. Justin Allgaier could sneak up and win this thing. He's been in this situation a million times. He's been close, knocking on the door. It could be Justin Allgaier's time. So from a value perspective, if you want to look at the best pick of the entire weekend to win a championship, Justin Allgaier at plus 375 is the best one. I think he should be closer to Ty Gibbs' range, like 230, 240, 250. Some books have him priced, like Barstool has him at plus 300. Caesars is leaving him up at plus 375. I think from a value perspective, that's amazing. Going against the other 3 guys. I mean, there's a good chance Noah Gragson and Ty Gibbs get into it and they wreck each other. I mean, that could happen. They could take each other out easily. I think Josh Berry, it's a little too early for him to come through and win a championship. Not a lot of experience at Phoenix. He's a great short track racer. But when you look at just overall consistency and being at the top every single week, the 8 team really has not been there when you look at Gragson, Gibbs, and Justin Allgaier. The whole kicker here is that he's really fucking good at Phoenix. So I kind of like that bet. Oh, but I'm wrong. There is one more value play that I really like from a championship perspective that I think you should put a sprinkle on. And I'll get to that here in a minute when we get to the top plays. But as the odds flash across the bottom of your screen, I don't think there's any other guy that is going to win this race outside the championship four. I think this is the one race 100% confirmed an Xfinity championship contender will win the race. These 4 guys have just been so much better than everybody else. But I mean, if you want something, maybe consider Brandon Jones at 16-1. A lot of people think Joe Gibbs is going to give him a shit race car because of his comments and he's leaving and and all the dynamic there that has happened with Kyle Busch. They gave Kyle Busch a fucking golf cart at Martinsville. Who's to say that doesn't happen to Brandon Jones this weekend? I don't know. But Brandon Jones is at 16 to 1, 17 to 1 on most books. Really good at Phoenix. So maybe consider if we get some top 3, top 5 action potentially on Brandon Jones. But there's really just nothing else on the board that I like on Xfinity. I look into some matchups. No. Super NASCAR fan. No, it is a sport. It's totally a Sportfinity. It's not. We confirmed this a few weeks back. NASCAR is a sport confirmed. Troy says Vegas going to call and have Gibbs win. So much money on Gragson. Yeah, that scares me. That's why I like Allgaier. That's kind of why I like Allgaier. I think there's value there. I think everybody's sleeping on him. And just don't forget, like, Gibbs and Gragson. Like, I know Ty Gibbs had to have seen Noah Gragson's comments. And we know how Ty Gibbs races. And now it's someone that has an arrow on or a target on Ty Gibbs' head. Ty is going to see that, and he's going to race Noah how Noah's going to race him. Like, I think Noah, I love Noah. He says it how it is. He's straightforward. But I think he could have been a little bit more quiet about how he feels about Ty, because I think that could hurt his championship chances. I think Ty Gibbs could see that and be like, fuck you. I'm going to race you like a bitch if that's what you think of me, which Ty would probably race him like that anyway. But it doesn't help the situation by saying that, I think. But there are a lot of people like Garage Guy Chase is like, the way he thinks is like it's probably like head game tactics, right? Like you getting in his head a good bit, which I respect that part of it. Remember Tony Stewart, Carl Edwards back in 2011. Tony Stewart was just talking to Carl at the press conference, like looking at him saying like, we're going to win. Oh, I'm going to win this thing on Sunday night. Like I like that kind of shit. But I think in this situation, I don't know. Ty Gibbs could easily just dump Noah and vice versa. So could open the door for someone like Justin Allgaier and maybe even Josh Berry. So yeah, Xfinity I think it will be the best race to watch, but the hardest to bet on. I think that's a tough element, a tough couple of elements to combine with each other. Fucking Daniel Hemrick. That's all I think of when I see Xfinity at Homestead, because I had the house on Austin Cindric to win the race last year, and Daniel Hemrick just comes out of nowhere to win his first ever race, and probably the only race he'll ever win in the Xfinity Series. All right, Cup Championship winner odds. This is the big one. This is the one everybody's waiting for. The championship for Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, and Christopher Bell. Another very worthy championship for, in my mind. These guys have been arguably the 4 most consistent drivers throughout the season. I think I actually saw a stat that showed the 4 highest average finishes of the year, and it was these 4 guys, like after Martinsville. So a very worthy championship for. Got Chase Elliott going for his second championship. Shout out to the boy. And while we're talking about Chase Elliott, I need to bring in the Hooters fam. And promo code Garage Guys. Look, we all love Hooters. Hooters, Garage Guys, this mullet, all a match made in heaven. And right now you can go to your Hooters or order carry out from Hooters, and you can save $10 using promo code Garage Guys. Carry out, go to order.hooters.com or download the Hooters app and just type promo code Garage Guys on any order $30 or more. If you want to go sit down, have a good time at your Hooters, all you got to do is tell your waitress about promo code Garage Guys, and you can save $10 on any $40 order dining in. Promo code Garage Guys, we're always hooking you up. Save money at Hooters. Hooters is for racing. Racing is for Hooters. And we're all just a big triangle of love. Garage Guys, Hooters, always hooking you up. Use promo code Garage Guys. Valid at HOA locations for delivery, carryout, and dine-in orders. So I'll get that off the screen now. But shout out to the fam. We love Hooters, and I know you do too. But Chase Elliott going for his second championship. Joey Logano going for his second championship. And then Ross Chastain with the Hall, Melon, Wall, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The move of the greatest move in the history of NASCAR, in my opinion. But I disagree, and I could go down a whole other rabbit hole with this conversation. I talked about it on the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast. You can find on Spotify, iTunes, wherever the fuck your podcast platform is. Rate, subscribe, review. whatever. I think I said that one part out of turn. Doesn't matter. Listen to the podcast and you get my opinion on the move that Ross Chastain made. I think if anyone does it again, it's immediately not cool. I think NASCAR should make a rule for it, because if everybody starts doing it and everybody starts defending from it, it's immediately not cool anymore. And now it just becomes a little bit laughable for the sport. It happened one time. Unbelievable. Ross Chastain deserves all the credit, and he deserves to be the only guy to be allowed to make the move because he was smarter than everybody. He outsmarted the entire field in a clutch time situation, and now he's racing for a championship. And ironically, he knocked out Denny Hamlin, his rival, to do it. It is the greatest. It is just the greatest fucking storyline ever. Ever. So if it happens again, it's just not as cool anymore. NASCAR should make a rule for it. That's my opinion. Everybody starts going up. We might see last lap at Phoenix, Martinsville next year. Top 10 cars all ride the wall to defend from everybody else doing it. It would just be mayhem and madness. And then at that point, NASCAR would have to make a rule. So why don't you make the rule right now? That's my opinion. Regardless, this is a betting show. Dalescenter, greatest betting show program in the universe. Odds for championship guys to win the race are just insane. It will not touch it. I just will not touch it. Chase Elliott plus 260 or plus 250. Christopher Bell plus 350. Chastain at 400. Logano at 400. I've already put some money on a couple guys, and I'm going to tell you about them. They're not going to be on top plays, but Kyle Larson at 18-1, which now he's at 14-1 via Barstool, 15-1, a few other books. I think that line is worthy for a guy that's pretty red hot. 2 consecutive, or 1 at Homestead, finished 2nd at Martinsville. I think that Kyle Larson could go out here and just smoke the field. He's just really hot at the right time, even though he's not racing for a driver's championship. He is racing for a owner's championship. And I know that they're not just going to let up. I don't think they're going to let up. I think if there's 1 year where the Cup champion does not win the series finale, it would be this year. This has been the craziest year in the history of the NASCAR Cup Series. All the parity, all the underdog winners, the betting atmosphere has been absolutely ludicrous. It could happen this year with Kyle Larson. And then I'm looking at another guy, which Barstool has him priced at 18-1. You can find Kevin Harvick at 25-1 right now on DraftKings and FanDuel. I would bet that. Like, even you could put a sprinkle on it and it not mean a whole lot. Kevin Harvick is a god at Phoenix, and arguably there hasn't been anybody better at short, flat racetracks than Kevin Harvick in 2022, especially in the second half of the season. I would say him and Christopher Bell have been up there as the 2 best guys on shorter, flatter tracks in 2022. I don't have the averages in front of me, but Kevin Harvick won Richmond and has been strong at other tracks. New Hampshire, Christopher Bell won that one. If you want to pick one guy to win the race that's a championship 4 contender, pick Christopher Bell. That's my pick to win the championship. I'm sorry, Chase. I'm sorry, Ross the Melon. I'm not sorry, Joey Logano. But Christopher Bell has the hot hand. This track is right in his wheelhouse. And we have seen the hot hand come through and win this championship multiple times. And in 2020, Chase Elliott did it. He won Martinsville to get the transfer. Then he goes out and wins Phoenix. Joey Logano did it at Martinsville 2018 against the big 3, moves Truex out of the way, wins the transfer race, and then goes out and wins Phoenix. Or at that time, it was Homestead. But regardless, getting hot at the right time is important. You can even say Tony Stewart in 2011 was not great throughout the entire season, kind of limped into the chase, and then he wins 5 of the last 10 races. The hot hand, the momentum factor is important here, and that is why I'm riding with Christopher Bell. And not just that, just to go with his expertise. I've been calling him for 2 years now the flat track god. Christopher Bell is a flat track god, and we are going to a flat track for the finale. I love C. Bell. So if you want to go with somebody to win the race that is a championship 4 contender, go Christopher Bell. I got some qualifying bets too, by the way. I think qualifying, once again, I feel really fucking confident about qualifying. I think we've hit 3 out of the last 5 qualifying bets that I've given out on Dalescenter. Last week was actually the worst one. I think the highest guy we had was 3rd, which was at Homestead. Martinsville. But before that, we'd been killing it on qualifying bets, and I feel really good about it. Let's look at some comments. Super NASCAR fan says, will there be another Hail Melon? It is doable at Phoenix on video games. Yeah, I've seen it work on iRacing. Excuse me. I think it's possible, and I don't want it to happen. The good thing, though, about Phoenix that will prevent it from happening is that usually these races don't end dramatically in the Cup Series. Usually they have longer runs to finish out the race, and it's typically very spread out at the end. And I think with the banking, I just don't know if you can make up that kind of ground that Ross Chastain made up. Like, we got to remember, dude, Ross Chastain was going almost 100 miles per hour faster than everybody at Martinsville. That's not going to happen here. So I think it's doable. I hope it doesn't happen because it immediately will not be cool anymore if it does. But I think chances are low, Super NASCAR fan. Troy says, riding my Bell 100-1 ticket and taking Logano. That is a hell of a future if you got Bell at 100-1. That is insane, dude. Chris Helms, all they got to do is throw the yellow. Yeah, I mean, in NASCAR, we'll throw a yellow. We know that we've seen it before. Ghost Caution has costed Carl Edwards a championship and forced him into retirement, basically, which still makes me sad to this day. Chris Helms says, Larson, money bags. Yeah, I like Larson. I think you should hop on that even at 14-1 on Barstool Sportsbook. 14-1, 15-1. I think it's worth it because I think he's going to qualify well. Son of Smoke, good to see you, my friend. 30-minute work break. Let's fucking go. Let's have a weekend, boys. Yes, sir. Good time to join because it's about time for the Wall of Dale draft. Any questions you guys have on any particular Cup drivers, just let me know and I'll answer them. But across the board, I told you my two guys outside the championship four I think have a really good chance. That is Kevin Harvick and Kyle Larson. I don't think there's a lot of value on the board regarding championship drivers and winning this race. The best one for me, Christopher Bell at plus 360 because I think he's going to win the championship. Will he win the race? I would say probably, but as I said earlier, if there was a year that it didn't happen, it would be this year, 2022. All right, let's do the Wall of Dale draft. It is time. Let's get some jams rolling up here. I got to turn that off. No, we already listened to that. As you see already, anybody new to the program for the last episode of the year, I got to respect the drip. Got the classic NASCAR. This, I think, is my favorite tie out of all the ties that I have. Ty Gibbs, new addition to the draft, the Wall of Dale draft. He's a permanent addition to there. The Walking on Water, Jesus Cup Series champion, the Messiah has returned, and it is Ty Gibbs, according to himself. David Starr, 401k theft champion for his Crash 2021 Homestead against Noah Gragson. Austin Cindric, permanently dead to Dale for all obvious reasons. And Martin Truex Jr. Prison, motherfucking prison. That is Martin Truex. No one has caused me more betting, tragedy, and harm in my life than him. And the worst outcome possible is prison. And we're going to have to wait until 2023 to see if he'll ever redeem himself and get off that. Because he's been on here for like 14 weeks now. I just don't ever see it happening. I'm sorry, guys. I don't see it happening. But let's get into the Wall of Dale draft. Starting out, a guy that I think is going to be dead to Dale this weekend, and I really feel bad for him at this point because his team doesn't give him good cars anymore. His team gives him Dodge Durangos in the NASCAR Cup Series, and that is Kyle Busch. There's a matchup out there. I don't know if I'm going to bet it yet because it seems like all the public is riding it, but it's Prison Man, Martin Truex Jr., to beat Kyle Busch. I want to bet on Truex there because Joe Gibbs fucking hates this guy. He hates him, and I don't understand why. And I called this back in like April when negotiation talks are starting. I said it on the Garage Guys NASCAR podcast repeatedly. I was like, this is fishy. This feels fishy that we can't get sponsorship for this guy. Something is up. I don't think he'll be back with Joe Gibbs anymore. I called it months ago. It's almost been a year now. But Kyle Busch, I feel bad for him, but he is going to be dead to Dale this weekend. I think you should bet against him if you can. I think the wildest part out of all this is seeing Kyle Busch on Barstool Sportsbook plus 4,000 to win. Have you ever seen Kyle Busch that low? I don't think so. I mean, that is unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. I don't have a lot of guys that I hate this weekend. I think I'm going to be a nice person. You know, I've already got Ty Gibbs. I've already got all the people I hate. You know, they're all in their spot. So I think I'm going to be generous here. Trying to find all these guys. Who do I want to hate? Okay, I got a guy. They've been limping around in the playoffs. Still made the top 8. I would say he would consider it disappointing that he didn't make the Final Four, but this team just didn't have the speed. And I'm going to be fading this guy in a matchup that I'll tell you later on. And that's Benjamin Bill, William Byron. Look, Benjamin Bill, you have been awesome to me on the betting side in 2022. Carried the bag for me at Martinsville in the spring. Carried the bag for me at what other race did he win? I can't remember. He won 2 races like back to back. What was the other race? I bet on him at Atlanta spring. Brought the bag for me there, and brought the bag for me in qualifying at Homestead. So I have to give you all the credit, and I don't hate you, and you're not dead to me. But this weekend, I've got a bet against Benjamin Bill, so I'm going to put him up here as well. And I'll tell you what that play is going to be. I got to put this guy up there, and I have to reiterate that I love ThorSport. Love ThorSport Racing in the Truck Series, but Matt Crafton, he just doesn't have it anymore, man. He just does not have it anymore. Matt Crafton's been up there a lot, and people always text me or DM me asking, "Oh, should I bet? What about Matt Crafton? He's plus 5,000. What about Matt Crafton? He's plus 4,000." Don't fucking touch it. Matt Crafton will make you sad. He does not have the winning capabilities anymore. He just doesn't. And this is what happens to drivers. He's been in the series for fucking 86 years. Like, what do you expect? He's a Truck Series legend, but I just don't think he has it anymore. No, it's not. I don't think it's 100%. He does not have it anymore. Like I would not be surprised if this was it for Matt Crafton. I would not be surprised. Maybe one more year. Maybe he can retire and have his like swan song year. I'm not sure. But that's everybody I hate, I think, for this weekend. And hate is a strong word, so I don't really know if I actually hate them. But I feel like I've explained myself enough. We're going to do good energy only. All right, let's get to the good guys. The guys that I think will be doing it for Dale this weekend. Walladale drafts. We're going to start with Gragson. Noah Gragson, I think will win the championship. I think we'll win the race. Do I want to bet on him, though? That's the question. Because the value simply is just not there right now. Do we want to wait? Do I want to camp out at the casino? No, I can't. I'm doing the live stream. Fuck. Okay, for you. How about for you? Do you want to wait and see if something happens? Bad pit stop, makes a mistake? You take the live bet. Maybe that's what we do with Noah Gragson. Seems like every single week, you got to think about the live bet factor here because they're always so favored everywhere. But in my heart, in my mind, I do think Noah Gragson will be the 2022 Xfinity Series champion. So, I think he'll be doing it for Dale, doing it for Garage Guys, doing it for doing it for the community. I'll put this guy back up there because I already talked about it. I think he's going to be my pick to win it all. Going to be my pick to win it all. That is Christopher Bell, a.k.a. Hell's Bell. Anybody that's been following the Garage Guys, at least for like the past 2 months, 3 months, whenever, and I hope you're in here because somebody gave me the nickname idea, and I've run with it. And I can find your name in the comments on one of our videos. Somebody gave me the idea of calling Chris Bell Hell's Bell. And that is the greatest nickname ever because, look, C. Bell's not the most charismatic guy ever, right? Like, not a whole lot of personality that we've seen out of Christopher Bell. We need a cool nickname to spice him up. And after he won New Hampshire, we went to the community and said, hey, we need help in giving this guy a sick nickname because he needs something. He needs something to spice it up, get a little pizzazz to his name. And somebody commented Hell's Bell, Christopher Hell's Bell. And ever since that happened, this guy has been a force in the Cup Series. And I think he's going to be the 2022 Cup Series champion. Sorry, Chase. I'm sorry, Hooters. Christopher Bell gets it done on Sunday. I'll check out some comments here real quick just because I'm curious what you guys are saying. If C-Bell wins, we call him clutch. Oh, we're arguing about Jimmy Johnson? Okay, you know what? I'm going to go away. I have a lot of strong opinions about Jimmy Johnson. But I will not get into those because I'm here to talk about bets. Last time I checked, Jimmy Johnson cannot win us a bet this weekend. Sucks, man. Like, I have so many guys right here that I want to like. I want to like them this weekend. I want to. But I'm not sure that I can. I can't pick everybody. I can't be like Mississippi Mark and pick every driver in the field. Oh, I know who I want. You gotta be over here, though. Oh. Where are you? If I can't find your picture, I'm sorry. Look at this. I mean, look, this was a fucking good show. Austin Hill, potentially the best fighter in NASCAR. He's not going to get a spot on the wall, but he's going to get a shout out. I like Myatt Snyder too. Kind of stuck, but maybe the best fighter in the sport. Maybe I could get him like a Muhammad Ali boxing thing. That was quite the haymaker to put on our guy Myatt. Okay, I like this guy. I'll put him up there in a second. I'm looking for one specific dude. As you can tell, I've been very organized throughout the process. There he is. Nope. Nope, not Eric Jones. Not Riley Hurt. Love Brother Ben, but not today. Not Benedetto. Nope. Oh, Timmy Hill. Not Timmy Hill. Swag God himself, Parker Redscott. That's undeniable. That is the drip. That is the drip that we all aspire to claim. And then this is Parker Redscott, the swaggiest driver in the Xfinity Series garage. I actually think he's talented guy. Straight up, he's gonna be a good driver. But yeah, shout out to him, Parker Redscott. Where the fuck is? There's Chase. He's already behind me all the time, so I don't need him. I need help finding this one driver. Where the fuck is he? All my pictures are all together. Like, where the fuck is he at? Damn it. Dropped all these. Come on. Where are you? I can't believe I downloaded all these pictures of like Alex Labay. It's just I will never even ever. I was like, no, I need the full field. Well, here's one guy. After the Kansas race, I ripped his picture up. That's part of John Hunter Nemechek's face. And I think I'll put him up on the wall because I think he's a good pick to win the race. So, half of John Hunter Nemechek's face. Welcome back to the wall. I don't know if John Hunter's ever been here on the good side. Maybe once or twice. Yeah, maybe. Shout out John Hunter's half face. Alright, well, I can't find him. I don't know what I did. But I like Alex Bowman. I was going to put Alex Bowman up there. I have a good feeling about a particular bet with him. He came back just so him and Greg Ives. Remember, Greg Ives, his crew chief. This is his final race as a Cup Series crew chief. He's done. And Alex came back. And they're going to race together one more time. Greg Ives has been great. Won a few races with Dale Earnhardt Jr. back in 2015. We like Greg Ives here. And there's one particular bet I like with Alex Bowman. But continuing, I like Ryan Blaney. I think Blaney is going to be one particular play. It is just a fucking lock. An absolute lock this weekend with Ryan Blaney involved in it. And I think Blaney's going to be good in qualifying. He has a great resume at Phoenix, whether it's qualifying or just his finishing position. Had the best car, arguably, earlier this year at Phoenix. Led the most laps. Finished fourth. But yeah, I like Ryan Blaney. As much as he's been painful this year, as much as Blaney has been painful, like the win bet, Ryan Blaney has been just a disaster. Daytona 500, I bet him. Top play, gets put in the wall by that motherfucker. And then Talladega gives up the win to Chase Elliott. Hate it. Absolutely hated it. Okay, a few more guys here. We got to move along here quick. Get you guys the bets that you need. Kyle Larson, talked about him. I've already put money on him. I think Kyle Larson, good chance he could be doing it for Dale this weekend. $14 to 1. Crazy. And this guy is another thing. It pains me because, look, I love Full Sport. And I love Chandler Smith. Remember, at the beginning of 2021, I claimed Chandler Smith as the new truck god. Truck god the second. We know Sheldon Creed was the original truck god. He graduated, moved on into a different lifetime. The second truck god is Chandler Smith, and I hope he wins the championship. I hope he does it for Kyle Busch Motorsports in their final race at Toyota. Final race is the number 18 probably as well. Like that Joe Gibbs style number 18 has been in the truck series for a long time. Anybody remember Chad Chaffin? Chad Chaffin, what a name. I love going on YouTube and listening to Rick Allen say Chad Chaffin. But that number 18 has been in the truck series for a long time. Kyle Busch has had it for a decade, 11 years. 18 has never won a championship in the truck series. So because of all that, I hope Chandler Smith wins. But my mind, my heart tells me Ty Majeski is going to be the truck series champion. I love the hot hand. I think the hot hand is so important with this NASCAR playoff format. It's proven time and time again. Driving with the hot hand, I feel like wins most of the time. So can't be limping into the final race. And Ty Majeski is doing the exact opposite of that. Doing it for sale this weekend. Trying to think if there's anybody else I want to do. All right, for the last 401k Series Grand National Champions list, this isn't like in particular guys I want to bet on that I'm like high on this weekend. I just want to real quick claim all the guys that have been the most profitable to me in 2022. These guys are in a legendary list by themselves for winning me and the Garage Fam, hopefully, a shit ton of money in 2022. Whether it's trucks, Xfinity, or Cup, doesn't matter. These guys have been the best to me and have made me a fucking fortune amongst all my other losses in like football and Cup Series racing. Not a sport. But shout out to these guys. These guys are Dalescenter Season 1 Hall of Famers. Tyler Reddick, by far, has been the best. Tyler Reddick has won us so much money this year, and he's a good friend of the Garage Fam. But Tyler Reddick gets the top spot on the Dalescenter 401k Grand National Champions list. Thank you, Red Dog. I'm glad you're back racing this weekend. By the way, you want another flyer? Tyler Reddick's like plus 5,000. He finished third at Phoenix earlier this year. Just saying, that's kind of crazy. And then going to this guy right here, Josh Berry. I don't think it's in the cards for him to win the championship or the race on Saturday night. He has made me a fucking shit ton of money, only over a span of like 4 races, which is crazy. Hit him at Las Vegas, hit him at Dover, hit him at Charlotte, picked him a good bit of other times, but all those other losses aren't even close to the amount of money I've won just from those wins alone. So Josh Berry is a Dalescenter Hall of Famer, Season 1. And 401k Grand National Champion. He has boosted the 401k to incredible heights before they reach new lows due to engines blowing up, ghost cautions, brake failures, power steering leaking, and then football. And then my subliminal hope I can't talk, man. A subliminal hope for the championship tonight in the Truck Series for Truck Night in America. Chandler Smith has made me a shit ton of money this year as well. There's a reason why I claimed him Truck God the second at the beginning of the year. I know his picture's kind of fucked up. It's been used a lot on this wall, so that's a good thing. Chandler Smith, 401k Grand National Champion, Dalescenter Season 1 Hall of Fame. There you have it. I think that's a good wall of Dale, but we cannot forget the #1 award in the history of NASCAR. Just the history of NASCAR, let's just say that. This is the most prestigious award possible, even more prestigious than the Jesus Cup champion walking on water, even more prestigious than the Messiah himself, aka Ty Gibbs. This guy, the hardest working man in the garage, the best hair in the garage. We have one slot open. This is the Sports God of the Week. How about Sports God of the Year? Ladies and gentlemen, I need applause. I need like 50 million comments, messages in the chat with applause emojis. BJ McLeod, the Sports God of the Year in the NASCAR world, motorsports world, sports world. BJ McLeod is our champion, our hero, the hardest working man in the garage, best hair in the garage, except for me. BJ McLeod, Sports God of the Year. I need the round of applause emojis going fucking ballistic for this guy right here. There you have it. That is the Wall of Dale. It looks beautiful. It's the last time you might see it for this season. So take a picture. I'll take a picture real quick. Wait, I gotta get. Nope, I don't think I have enough room over there. Ow! Steering wheel. Did you get your picture? Good. All right. That is the last time you'll see the Wall of Dale in 2022, I think. Except for, I think I'll leave Ty up there, and Truex stays in prison. Cindric, all those guys always are up there. All right, let's look at some comments. Oh, yeah, here we go. All the applause. I absolutely love it. Troy V calls him Budweiser, Jesus. Tom, good to see you. BJ. Randall Lloyd calls him God. Yes. Randall, good to see you. Dale, I'm buying Natty Light tonight for the ship. Let's fucking go. A big Natty Light guy. Big Natty Light guy right here. Justin German, good to see you. Futures bet on C-Bell to win the title. 18-1 and 8-1. That is amazing. That is amazing. That boy is country strong. Talking about Austin Hill earlier. Yep. Dude probably has a punching bag made of hay bales. Yep, probably. I love it. Absolutely love it. Look at Scott trying to put the emojis up there. There's them. Wash hands. That's amazing. Yeah, that wasn't my real smile. It was just a good smile. Yeah, no. I want to make sure you got the picture. Post it on Twitter. I'll retweet it. Do whatever you got to do. Instagram, I'll repost it. Final Wall of Dale draft has commenced, which leads us into top plays, the Dalescenter. Top plays for the final time in the NASCAR season. It's championship weekend. It's time to get right into them. A few of these I've touched on. A couple might surprise you. But I think that collectively we're going to make a lot of money just from these top 5 plays. Last week we went 3 for 5. Technically 4 for 6 because I had a Brad K top 5 in there as well. That's 410. He did cash that, which was on Barstool Sportsbook. Barstool Sportsbook does not include post-race inspection. So if you bet that on Barstool, you cash. I'm so fucking pissed at myself because I bet it and I didn't log it on Action Network. I've been so sloppy with how I track my bets because they're all over the place. That's my fault. But I hope you cashed in on that. Had Ty Gibbs over Gragson. Ty Gibbs to win. Had Austin Hill over Sammy Smith. Had a great Dalescenter top plays last week at Martinsville. And we're going to keep it up. We're going to keep it up. Number 5. I think this isn't the best bet in the world, but I think it is absolutely worth a shot. And this is one I think is going to surprise some people. Over on Caesar Sportsbook, NASCAR Cup Series. Bubba Wallace to win Group F, okay? This is against Denny Hamlin. This is against Kyle Larson. And this is against Martin Truex Jr. I think he for sure beats Martin Truex. Truex, the juju is all gone. The energy is all gone. Bubba Wallace and his 45 team have been really fucking good recently. Finished 8th in Martinsville last week. Look, I know we talk about Kyle Larson, potential guy to win this race. If you want to look at data, Kyle Larson, not the best guy at Phoenix, ever. Not the best guy at Phoenix. I think this is worth a play at plus 700. Like a small play, like a half unit maybe. I think Bubba Wallace can easily beat Truex and Denny Hamlin. The issue here would be if he can beat Kyle Larson, which I definitely think is possible. Phoenix hasn't been the best track for Bubba Wallace either, but I like the speed that this team has. If you look, they have been so fast, like everywhere, since the playoffs have started. I think the raw speed of Bubba Wallace and this team would show out again on Sunday. He could get a top 10. He could get a top 6, top 7. He could beat Kyle Larson. He could beat Truex. He could beat Denny Hamlin as well. I think the energy's out for Denny. I think the energy's out for Truex. I think it could come down if he beats Kyle Larson, which, look at the resume. Kyle Larson, not the best at Phoenix ever. I mean, he did win the championship here last year, but that was really his first great run at Phoenix, was that dub. So I like this bet. It's not my favorite bet in the world, but when I look at value, look at ways to get creative outside of the championship odds, which are so saturated and so thin, I like this prop bet for a group bet. And I'm not a huge group bet guy, but that one stuck out to me because Bubba Wallace has arguably had the same or even better speed than all three of these guys he's going up against over the course of the playoffs. So I like Bubba Wallace in that matchup, or that group play. Number 4, talked about this earlier, okay? I think there's a great chance one of these guys gets the top 5. All the championship contenders are not going to finish in the top 5. Ben Rhodes, I love Ben Rhodes, man. Awesome dude. One of the best dudes I've met in the garage. Best drivers I've met that I've talked to. Super fucking cool dude. Defending champion. But it feels like they have gremlins with their car this week. It feels like they have some gremlins. Now, if you think they figure it out, I'm going to pause this bet and I'm going to tell you one thing. On Caesar Sportsbook, he is plus 1,000 to win the championship. He is plus 1,000 to win the championship. That is crazy. That is crazy value. And yeah, look, they did look at practice. They saw he does have some gremlins. The car couldn't get fired for like the first 30 minutes or something. It was weird. They haven't had the speed that Ty has had. They haven't had the speed that Zane's had. They haven't had the speed that Chandler's had. But the one thing about Ben Rhodes and his team that I love is if you get a late race situation and they're in contention, they will do the opposite of what the other championship drivers do. And a lot of times, aggressive strategy can win races and it can win championships. And I think Ben Rhodes could be in that regard, could be a decent play to put another sprinkle on. So I know I feel like I contradict things, but I look at value, right? I'm looking at value. Do I think Ben Rhodes is going to win the championship? No. But I'm not right all the time. And we've seen races go to shit in Cup, Xfinity, and Trucks when late race cautions happen. It changes the whole dynamic sometimes. And Ben Rhodes at plus 1,000 is just too high. That's just too high. That's too cheap for a guy that just won the championship, who's been a contender in a lot of races this year, and they have very aggressive strategy with him and his crew chief, Rich Lucius. I think it's Lucius. Rich is a cool guy too, by the way. But I want to talk about this bet right here. Taylor Gray on short track in 2022 has been very impressive. Remember, he had the win taken away from him at IRP when John Hunter Nemechek just fucking dumped him into the wall. He also ran well at Richmond. This kid is a good short track racer. And I think he, at plus 700 for a top 5, great bet. I think he runs top 10 the whole night and could find himself in a position where he gets top 5. And the truck he's driving, don't forget, that number 17 truck, driven by guys like Todd Gilliland, Ryan Preece, has been a top 5 machine. And Taylor Gray has been close on these short tracks. So I like plus 700, and I like Lane Riggs at plus 850. I talked about it earlier. Lane Riggs had speed in practice yesterday. He was like 5th on the board. Stuart Friesen is really good at Phoenix and has brought really good trucks here over the years. So if his pit crew can just not fucking be terrible, if his pit crew can be mediocre, I think Lane Riggs will run top 10 and potentially contend for a top 5. Plus 850. What I'm telling you to do is bet both of these, and I think one of them will hit. I feel really, really strongly that one of these guys will get a top 5. They've got the speed in their trucks, and I think they both have proven they have the talent to get it done at similar style racetrack. So I love this bet. I feel like you're going out on a limb. We got to be creative. We got to be creative to find value outside of the championship odds that are just absolute shit. So we're starting off with 2 plus 700 plus 850 bets right off the bat in Dalescenter top plays. Moving on. Number 3. Remember, qualifying has been pretty hot. 3 out of the last 5. And these are my picks for qualifying. Don't even bother looking at DraftKings, at least not right now. They don't have qualifying odds up. Sucks. Barstool and Caesars do, however. And Caesars is crazy. If you look at the lines on qualifying, craziest thing I've ever seen. Caesars has like 6 guys to win the pole at plus 200 or plus 220 or plus 300. It is fucking weird. Like, it is so dumb. So, Barstool is the other book that has qualifying, as always. And you can grab Chase Elliott at plus 650, who is a former pole winner at this track and has run up front at this style of racetrack a lot. And I know Martinsville didn't really work out. They were a top 5 car most of the race, qualified well. I like Chase Elliott to get the pole. I think Chase Elliott in this team that has qualified well at Phoenix over the years. I don't even care about Phoenix 1. I know they qualified 19th. Phoenix was like the second race of the next gen car outside of Daytona. Everybody's experimenting. Everybody's trying to figure out what they have. Obviously, Chase Elliott raced really well in that race. Almost caught Chase Briscoe in the waning laps before a late race caution changed that race. But regardless, we're talking about just qualifying here. And this number 9 team over the years has been really strong at qualifying at Phoenix. Everything on the line. I like Chase Elliott to get the pole. Plus 650 over on Barstool Sportsbook. Ryan Blaney is plus 1,000 over on Caesar Sportsbook. Ryan Blaney has also been a guy that's been great at qualifying at Phoenix over the years. Got the pole here in the spring and has qualified super well at these similar style racetracks. I like Blaney. I don't think a lot changes with Kwiatkowski. I think he's going to be a threat to win the pole. Alex Bowman at 25-1. This is not a statistical play. I'll go ahead and tell you. Not a very statistical play. This is a narrative play. I love that Greg Ives is back for one final race and Alex Bowman with him together one more time. I think they could go out here and just win a pole. I love the narrative play there. So at 25-1, they've had speed in qualifying throughout a few races in the playoffs. I think it would be a cool moment, and it just feels like a narrative gut play. So I'm going to throw him in there as well. I think Bowman will have a strong qualifying run at Phoenix. Chase Briscoe at 20 to there it is again, the COVID call. Chase Briscoe 20-1. I think Chase Briscoe will be a threat to win the pole once again. Chase Briscoe has been really good at qualifying on shorter racetracks. We've seen Bristol qualified 6th at Phoenix earlier this year. Gateway, he got the pole. Did he get the pole at Gateway or did he qualify? I think he got the pole at Gateway or qualified 2nd, whatever. Chase Briscoe has been really good at qualifying in 2022 at this similar style of racetrack. Qualified 3rd last week in Martinsville. So their short track program has been really strong on qualifying trim. I think at 20-1 via Barstool Sportsbook, Chase Briscoe is worth that play. And then Brad Keselowski has really, really heated up in qualifying this year in the second half of the season. Qualified well at Martinsville last week. Got the pole at Texas. It really hasn't mattered what track over the past 8 to 10 races. We've seen Brad K in that top 10 a bunch. So I think at 33-1, 100% worth a shot at a track that he's been really good at over the years. So I like Brad K. I like what they've been doing at RFK, improving their program, and especially on the qualifying end. So those are my 5 plays for qualifying. Remember, these plays are either Barstool or Caesar Sportsbook. Elliott, Bowman, or I think Elliott, Briscoe, and Brad K are all on Barstool. And then Blaney and I know Blaney's on Caesars, and Bowman I think is on Caesars too. Anyway, you check out Barstool, you check out Caesars, you'll find the odds you're looking for based on what I posted here on the screen for you. Well, those are my qualifying picks, and I feel damn good about them. Let's move on. Number 2, Dalescenter top play number 2. I've logged this on Action Network. You can go look. I've got the link posted in the YouTube description below. You can go see how many units I've put on this. And if you're listening to this podcast a little bit late, Dale Tanhart on Action Network app, you can go find it. Ryan Blaney over William Byron. In the last 7, or in the 7 Phoenix races that Byron and Blaney have gone head-to-head, Ryan Blaney has won 6 of them, including earlier this year as well. And I kind of mentioned it earlier when I put Benjamin Bill up on the wall. He's been kind of limping around in these playoffs. Blaney, on the other hand, has had excellent speed almost everywhere. And I know if you look at their finishes, Blaney has not gotten the finishes he deserved. He was running well at Homestead, spun out on pit road. He had probably the car to beat at Vegas, crashed. So, and he was great at Martinsville last week. Ryan Blaney has been good everywhere this year. William Byron kind of been limping around when it comes to speed overall. Ryan Blaney's just had more of it. So I fucking love this matchup. And as I said, Ryan Blaney 6-1 head-to-head against William Byron at Phoenix, dating back to 2018, I believe. So love that. I'm going to go with the trends. I'm going to go with the stats on this play. I think Ryan Blaney will be really strong on Sunday. So give me that matchup all fucking day long. All right. Number 1 play. This is just same thing. I'm going with the stats. I'm going with the eye test. I'm going with the trends. Kevin Harvick for a top 10 should not be minus 167. I think it's Caesars has him at minus 300. A couple other books have him priced in the 200, 300 range. I think I saw Greg Mathern grabbed him at a good price at like minus 110, which is blasphemy. Blasphemy. The Messiah is shaking his head right now. Blasphemy. Kevin Harvick has 18 consecutive top 10 finishes at Phoenix. Minus 167. I know it's expensive. I will lay the juice. I've already bet it. You can look at Action Network to see what I put on it. I have put the fucking house on this bet right here. And for the final play of the season, there's nothing more appropriate than Kevin Harvick to get a top 10 at his personal playground, which is Phoenix Raceway. I don't even know what else to say. 18 consecutive Phoenix races, Kevin Harvick in the top 10. That is unbelievable. This is his track. It doesn't matter what car, doesn't matter what circumstance. Kevin Harvick is a god at Phoenix. So I'm going to hammer that top 10. I already did it. Posted on Action Network. Barstool Sportsbook has a minus 167. Say you're not a big Barstool guy, you don't use it. DraftKings and FanDuel both have minus 170. Pretty close. Best value on the board right now is Barstool Sportsbook, however, and that's where I have hammered it at. So there you have it. I'll recap one more time. Dalescenter top plays. Bubba Wallace, Group F over on Caesar Sportsbook at plus 700. Trucks, Taylor Gray and Lane Riggs, bet both of them for a top 5. I think one of them will get a top 5. Cup qualifying, Elliott, Blaney, Bowman, Briscoe, and Brad K. You can find all those on either Caesar Sportsbook or Barstool Sportsbook. Number 2, lock matchup of the weekend, Ryan Blaney over William Byron, which this is also on Barstool Sportsbook. It's the only book that I've seen that has offered this bet. And then number 1 play, Kevin Harvick for a top 10 at minus 167 via Barstool Sportsbook. This has been a hell of a show, and now we're about to get to the most fun part. It is time for the Tanhart Triple Crown parlay segment, baby. I need the energy. I want to see you guys' parlays. Remember, anybody new to the show and recurring visitors, I will ride the community parlay. That is my favorite. I will ride my favorite community parlay with you guys. I need parlays out the fucking ass right now. Parlay, racing parlays, all possible this weekend through Barstool Sportsbook. DraftKings kind of shit in the bed right now. But Barstool Sportsbook is helping us out, hooking us up. And I will give you guys my parlay of the weekend. Tanhart Triple Crown Championship Edition. Ty Majeski, Noah Gragson, and Christopher Bell all to win their respective championships. Plus $27.91. A $100 bet on the Barstool Sportsbook on this parlay. These guys, not to win the race, not to win their respective race, but to win their respective championships, plus 27.91 via Barstool Sportsbook. That's what I like. I talked about it with the Walladale. I talked about it earlier. These are my championship picks. Gragson makes me a little bit nervous. The other two I feel really fucking good about. I think it's going to be really hard to beat all three of these guys this weekend. But let's get it. Let's get it. Remember, this is the Broccoli Wad segment. Here we go. Yep, Scott, the Broccoli Wad master himself, said Caesars originally had minus 110 for a top 10. If you got it, you're smarter than me. I was not paying attention. Bryden, good to see you. Broccoli Wad entry, all to win just the race. Okay, so not to win the championship, just to win the race. John Hunter Nemechek, Justin Allgaier, Hell's Bell, $100 wins you 11 grand. I like that one, Bryden. I feel the Justin Allgaier energy if Ty and Noah get together. I think there's a good bit of value there. And then, yeah, I'm with you on Hell's Bell, and I'm with you on John Hunter as well. So I don't mind that one. All right. Hammonds, Gragson Championship, John Hunter top 3, Larson top 3, plus 28.25. Also a good one. I like that one. Riding a lot of the Dalescenter leans. Troy with a crazy one. Briscoe pole, Majeski win, Allgaier win. Plus 40,063. A $100 bet on that parlay. If it hits, we'll win 40 grand. And I'm assuming the Majeski win is to win the truck race, not the championship. Yeah, Troy. Troy says other books, you can't do much with parlays. Yeah, you really can't. Anytime I've tried to parlay on Caesars, it's inconsistent, and they cap your winnings at a certain number. Like, they will not let you win anything crazy on Caesars, which is annoying. But I don't mind that one, Troy. I don't mind that one. These have been good so far. Oh, dude, you hit the first period over on the Avs. I should have bet it with you. I should have taken a second and bet it. AZ, Matty B, I'll send you pics of trucks tonight. Absolutely. Let's see him, brother. Let's see him. Troy again. Rumor has it the championship 4 cars get 50 more horsepower at Phoenix. Don't shoot the messenger. I ain't seen nothing. You're probably right. Cameron, good to see you. He says, God bless BJ McLeod. Yes. Yes. God bless BJ McLeod. All right, Hammonds with another one. Gragson Championship. John Hunter Nemechek outright. Larson outright. Chastain Championship. $100 wins $67,000. That is spicy because now you're saying that Larson will win the race, but Chastain wins the championship. That's crazy. That is next level crazy right there. I can't ride that one. No way. But I fucking love it. I respect the energy. That is an amazing bet. Amazing in the energy department. Not as much amazing in the probably going to hit department. But I like it a lot. All right, I need some more parlays. Need some more parlays, people. What are we doing? Load me up with parlays and tell me about how your life's going. I'm here to help. Anything I can. Bets, Triple Crown parlays, life situations. Dalescenter is here for you. Right now I'm just scrolling through Instagram. But I need some parlays. I'm waiting. We've seen some good ones. But we need more. We need more for the Broccoli Wad. And this is the final Broccoli Wad of the year, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys got more than that. I need to see them. I wonder if Ty Gibbs is going to block him on social media. I didn't tag him though. Should have tagged him in the Jesus post. Dude, guys, we're an hour 22 minutes into this. This is fucking crazy. Hammonds is giving me all the parlays. I know you guys have more parlays. Like, what are we doing? It doesn't take long to go on the Barstool Sportsbook, click a few numbers, and you give me a parlay. Hammonds comes back with Gragson Championship, Larson win, John Hunter Nemechek win. Plus 17,000? Damn, I like that one. Holy shit. I like that one a lot, dude. $100 wins 17 grand. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. All right, the Broccoli Wad King himself, Scott. Elliott to win pole, Majeski over Chandler Smith, Gragson to win the race, plus 38.81. I like that one too. That's a fucking good one. I don't know if the matchup I think is the one thing I want to avoid there. Majeski over C. Smith could be more of a toss-up. I love Elliott to win the pole. Like, he's my top play to get the pole, but I like it. I do like it. That's a good one. Son of Smoke, this a straight championship parlay. Now I'm watching it work. LMAO. It can be any parlay you want. Any parlay that you want to do. Mine was a championship parlay, but anything you guys have to get creative, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with anything. Super NASCAR fan on DK. Majeski to win the championship. Gragson to win the race. And a Cup Series non-championship 4 driver to win the race, plus 400. I don't like the plus 400 there. I feel like that should be... That's creative, though. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And I didn't even really know that was a possible thing you can make on DraftKings at this point. Troy, all to win race. Rhodes, Gragson, Dell, plus 13,940. I can't take Rhodes. I don't think... I got to stick with my gut and my data research. I don't think Rhodes is going to win this race tonight. Oh, yo, you're good, Son of Smoke. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Any parlays you got? All right, Randall Lloyd coming in with the heat. Race winners on DraftKings. Gragson, Logano, Majeski, plus 59.75. Everybody has Gragson, dude. Holy shit. I need a non-Gragson one. I really need a non-Gragson one because I already have them. I'm riding them in my parlay. And that doesn't mean I hate it. It's just putting all your eggs in one basket. When the Xfinity race, I didn't even put a top play for Xfinity because it's going to, as I said, it's going to be the most entertaining of the weekend, but it's going to be the hardest to bet on. It's going to be the hardest to win a bet on, I think. And I don't think Joey's going to win. Joey's like the one guy. If I had to rank my championship 4 guys, like predictions, I'd go Bell, Elliott, Logano, Chastain in that order. I think it's going to be between Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott. I think about what they did at New Hampshire. It was basically those 2 guys battling it out for the win. I see something similar there. Hammond says, my last parlay came from Bovada. Not sure what other odds. Okay, well, let's make it real quick. Hold on. We're going to make it real fast. Let's do it. Boom. I got the Barstool Sportsbook open right here. We're going to make this parlay. Yeah, okay, Gragson. Already had that one on there. Gragson Championship. Well, let's clear this. This is my Triple Crown. Clear all. All right. We're going to do Gragson Championship. And then Larson to win. And then we're going to do John Hunter Nemechek to win the truck race. Okay, so you actually get even better value on Barstool. $100 would be $20,000. Yeah, I really like that one. I just kind of want one without Gragson. Everybody has Gragson. It's killing me. Yeah. Let me get that. No, we'll leave it. All right, Bryden snagged it already at 22,588. I don't know if maybe you're talking about this parlay, Bryden. Similar number, that's for sure. Okay, got Toxic Nerb, the Broccoli Wad King himself. Elliott to win pole, Majeski to win, Allgaier top 3, plus 53.19. Is that Majeski to win the title or the race? Because I'm sure there's a decently substantial discrepancy there. Majeski 325 to win the race, 215 to win the title. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think we're all sleeping on Justin Allgaier, man. And that reminds me, I want to see what he is for a top 3 here. The main thing that pisses me off about all this, especially with DraftKings, not offering top 3s. Why are we not offering top 3s and top 5s all of a sudden? Like, what the fuck is going on? Which maybe that's changed over the past hour, 20 minutes. But, I mean, I've been refreshing it. No top 3s. No top 3s, no top 5 odds on DraftKings. That is fucking stupid. That is stupid. Allgaier is minus 143 for a top 3. Damn. I was hoping that could be maybe even money plus odds. I just can't find a bet that I like on Xfinity. I would maybe consider Sheldon Creed, man. Remember, he ran this race last year. This was his first ever Xfinity race. He ran in the 78 car that was RCR funded, and he finished 10th, I think. So he has some experience here and has been really fast recently. Forget, Sheldon finished 2nd last week in Martinsville. Don't forget that. I don't know. I'm probably going to put a flyer on Sheldon Creed. It'd be really cool to end the year with him getting a win. All right, Hammond says, John Hunter Nemechek win. Allgaier Championship, Larson win, plus 35,650. I like that one. All right, Eric, Bell top 3, Allgaier top 3, John Hunter Nemechek win, plus 1630. Dude, that's a fucking good parlay. I know it's not like the spicy one. Oh, here we go. The sex bots. What's up, ladies? Or 70-year-old men pretending to be ladies. Good to see you again. Great to see you again. Our girls right first. Our girls right first. Should we just go? No, I can't. I don't want to ban the YouTube account. I was thinking about going to this website live on stream, 69mega.com. If I didn't think we'd get banned for like nudity, I would do it, but I can't take the chance. Appreciate you, Sexbot. All right, Super NASCAR fan. Majeski Championship, Creed over Hill, Bell Championship, $100 on DraftKings was $2,200. That's a good one too. I like that one. That's a good one, Andrew. Because yeah, I like both those guys. Those are my favorites to win the titles. Creed over Hill. Creed over Hill does concern me. I feel like that's a toss-up. Austin Hill's been good everywhere. Austin Hill is so tough to bet against on matchups, and I've learned that the hard way. Even when he doesn't have the best car, he's one of these drivers that finds a way to get the best out of it, which is a very, very admirable characteristic. Elliott to win pole, Majeski win championship, Allgaier top 3 plus 39.16. I like that one too. Oh, I was waiting for someone to say it. Dude, Zane made me a lot of money early in the season. But I bet on him a lot, and it kind of fell off a little bit. At this kind of track in particular, they just haven't had the speed, man. They just haven't had the speed that the KBM trucks or the other trucks had. But Zane, I do love you. I appreciate you. He fucking called me Morgan Wallen one time on Twitter. Hilarious. He's a jokester. Nah, I like Zane. Zane's a cool dude, but I don't feel like it's a Zane win tonight. I'm sorry, Skit God. All right, Troy has Austin Hill top 5, Taylor Gray top 5, Harvick top 4 at 149-1 on Bovada. Wow. I don't think Hill gets a top 5. That's a ballsy parlay, though. I wonder what Harvick top 4 is on a lot of these books. Who else is offering manufacturer? Because I bet they're going to have Blaney and Logano over Harvick. So Harvick top 4 could be, just randomly speaking out, just off of that parlay. That could be a good play, just in the Cup Series. Well, I want to see here. Do we have manufacturers? That's qualifying. That's qualifying. Hold on. Is this music still playing, by the way? I have it muted. Do you guys like the music? Should we leave the music? I'll turn it to something else. NASCAR Cup Series Championship race. All right. Top Ford, Kevin Harvick plus 500. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Top Toyota, Bubba Wallace at 1,200. No, it's going to be Bell. Definitely going to be Bell. Tyler Reddick. I don't want to take the bait. I feel like that's bait. Okay, let me look at some more parlays. Eric, John Hunter, Nemechek win. Mayer top 3, Bell top 3. I don't like Sam Mayer. There's a matchup I actually was going to take against Sam. It was Brandon Jones over Sam Mayer. I think Brandon Jones. Like if Joe Gibbs just doesn't hate, if he doesn't just fucking hate Brandon Jones and he gets a decent car, I think he wins that matchup 10 out of 10 times. I don't think Sam Mayer is in the cards for him. I've tried with Sam. I really have, but we're going to have to wait till next year. Super NASCAR fan asks, would Sammy Smith over Allmendinger plus 100 be a better play for Xfinity leg? Yeah, I mean, AJ has struggled here. AJ has not been great here. And Colleague on the short tracks, very, very hit or miss. I don't like AJ is one of those guys, though, that is tough to take in matchups or to bet against in matchups because, like I was talking about Austin Hill, AJ doesn't have the best car. He still finds a way to maximize finishes. So that's a stay away from me, Andrew. Eric's bringing the heat, man. John Hunter Nemechek win. Barry top 3. Harvick top 3. Plus 59.50. I don't like that one. I don't think Josh Berry's going to be the top 3. And I think Kevin Harvick even for top 3. I'm already riding him to win and for top 10, so I don't think I want another Harvick play. I'm about to pick one though, guys. It's been a great show, hour 35, and this is probably you guys have been fucking awesome with these parlays. Man, that one that Ham was put earlier. I think I should treat that. I don't think I'm gonna do Larson because I already have money on him to win at a pretty steep price, right? So I don't know if I want to double down with another Larson. Only put in Putin. Is this a Russia disinformation sex bot? Only Putin didn't find girl with us. That is fucking hilarious. Actually, it's the opposite. It's a Ukrainian sex bot information channel. That is hilarious. Only Putin didn't find girl with us. Sex bot, I respect you. I respect you. That's great. All mine have Zane and you'll roast me. No, I mean, I want something different than like you see mine on the screen. Like I've been saying, I don't really want Gragson in a second one, just in case the dynamic with him and Ty and a wreck happens or something. I think that is very possible. I can live with another Bell. I can live with another Majeski, but I don't want another Gragson. I got to see a doctor now, boys. Oh, fuck. Whoops. Sexbot got him. Andrew, Majeski Championship, Allgaier over Barry Bell Championship. That's a good one. That's a good parlay. That is a good parlay right there. That's definitely... I'm going to narrow it down to my 3 favorites. That's going to be one of them, though, Andrew. I like that one. And then Eric dropped one that I fucking love. Where's that first one that Eric dropped? This one right here. Love this one. Love that parlay. I think I need one crazy parlay to throw in there, though. Gotta be this one. From the Broccoli King himself. Elliott to win the pole. Majeski to win. Allgaier top 3. Alright, it's Broccoli Wad time, fellas. What are we gonna pick? What are we picking for the Broccoli Wad parlay? Get that. What are we picking? Hammond's got one more for me. Justin, Nemechek win, Allgaier champion, Chastain win, plus 13,000. Love it. Zane champion, Allgaier to win, or Allgaier. I don't know if that's Allgaier champion or to win. Either way, Kyle Larson to win, plus 21,545. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not going to roast you for it. Zane could definitely go out there and win. I just don't think it'll happen. But I've been wrong a million times this year. If you follow me, you know that. I'm feeling frisky. Let's do it. This one is my second favorite, though, Eric. I really fucking like this one and might just make it just for the hell of it. But for the broccoli wad, and honestly, like, this isn't biased, but it just happens to be this way. It's only fitting that the broccoli wad parlay in the season goes to the broccoli wad master himself, Scott, the first ever guy to hit the parlay. I'm riding this bet. Elliott to win the poll. He's my favorite play to win the poll by far. Ty Majeski to win. And Justin Allgaier top 3. Real quick, before we sign off here, let's make it. Let's make it real fast. Let's see. Okay, and is it Ty Majeski to win the championship, or is it Ty Majeski to win the race? Got it. One big thing. But for this, I'll do Ty to win the race. Ty to win the race. Elliott to win the pole. And Allgaier for a top 3. Allgaier for top 3. Okay. Plus 53.18. So that's the one. That's with Majeski to win the race. All right. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. I can't do it here because I'm in Mississippi. I got to go travel. But I am going to get that one in. That's the broccoli wad play, ladies and gentlemen. Elliott to win pole, Majeski to win the race tonight, and Allgaier for a top 3. Man, we got a lot of Majeski energy in here, man. Whew. What a show. One of the longest shows ever. But it was the final show, the final betting preview of the season, NASCAR 2022. A hell of a year it's been. I can't believe this has been 18 episodes. Once again, I want to thank you guys so much. Your support means the fucking world to me, and that's no exaggeration. It's been an awesome year. It's been so much fun going to the races. It's been so much fun doing Dalescenter from Hooters at the races, doing preview shows at the races, Dalescenter from the heart of America. It's been a blast. I'm so glad I started this show, and it would be nothing without the people that tune in and watch and contribute to that. And this podcast is going to be a lengthy one on the audio, and I hate that. Sorry, but maybe it'll make you come watch the video version. I think it's a million times better. But cannot reiterate enough, guys. Thank you so much for watching Dalescenter. And I haven't figured out what the off-season plan is going to be. I think there's a way that we can make this continue through the off-season in some way, shape, or form. But we're going to figure that out this week. I can't believe I'm signing off for the last time in 2022 on the NASCAR betting show. So, Wall of Dale Draft. You've seen all the top plays. You've seen the parlays. Don't forget to subscribe to Everything Garage Guys. Check out all of our picks on Action Network. GarageGuysFantasySports.com. Derek Yoder just wrote his final article for the trucks. Cody Zeeb's got his coming out soon. And then our projections with Han Yolo. Check out Garage Guy Chase, putting Winston back right here on YouTube. It'll be out tonight. I've got a billion plugs. Go to Hooters. Come with the Garage Guys. I'll put that up on the screen. I really like this banner. I think it looks pretty good. Appreciate you all. Love you guys. Love the Garage fam. Stay in touch with the Discord and catch us tonight live for Truck Night in America Championship season. It is time to crown a truck champion at Phoenix. We're going to have a great time over on Playback, the Garage Guys room. Join us. I'll have a link out ASAP as soon as this ends. Thank you guys so much. It's been a hell of a year. I could go on for another hour just saying thank you a billion times, but that's going to be it. Signing off. Appreciate you guys. Dalescenter Season 1 has completed. Let's win some motherfucking money this weekend. It's championship weekend, baby. Let's go.